And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining us. We'll watch the Minnesota Timberwolves in this one as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. Some fantastic post players in this game. Shaq, in addition to feet work, what are some of the keys to successfully operating out of the post?
Two things. Not that I was a great post player, but two things. You got to know how to seal off the defender.
You did that
hold
well.
them. Yeah, I know, and you got to work on quick moves before
you did
the
that
help
well
arrives.
too.
Yeah, but
you're being really humble.
I like to be humble.
Well, I played with one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, did you ever?
Well, guy, you got to have multiple moves. You know, you got to have the shoulder, head and shoulder fake. You can go in either direction. You know, we could talk about Elijah Wan, but also one of the greatest of all time. That's Celtic.
Kevin
McHale.
Yeah, no question. That'll do it. Both teams ready for the tip as we go to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is it's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the... Hey, Dave.
In 2018,
All right, David, thanks. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Minnesota, Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Jay Crowder out there with Van. And it's Teague in at the point guard. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Pass to Wiggins. He kicks it to Vonleh. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. That shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Dallas moving it around. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Teague. 11 points last game. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Here's Culver. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact, special. Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff.
To the inside, here's Porzingis. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
A nice shot by Teague.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague, just determined to score despite any obstacle.
And Doncic, here we go. And that one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Wiggins after Luka Doncic's bucket. Wiggins passes to Vonleh, and it's Culver, top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Culver's got 5 points so far. And Jared Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Shabazz Napier's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic trying to get open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Now here's Napier, guarded by Barea. Good, nice play there from Vonleh.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Mavericks trailed by 3. And Doncic, here we go.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Now here's Culver. He's guarded closely. Doncic against Wiggins. And the basket by Napier.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Lee kicks to Barea. Here's Doncic. His shot is good, scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
.56 seconds left to play here in the first. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Okogie. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Bell. To the middle. Here's Vonleh. Kleber with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Passes it to Brokaw. Dallas moving it around. The kick out to Wright. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Finney Smith passes to Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter, and where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
First trip to the line for him here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And so he makes both from the line. One second left. The shot, no good. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 2. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a...
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, DeJuan Wright is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Minnesota. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Finney Smith kicks to Powell. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
Here's Teague, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Teague's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
It's good. Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Minnesota making a switch. Crowder's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. There's the pass to Bell. The dish to Teague. And he gets the bucket. Teague's got his third basket of the night.
Kev, that's just toughness on display from Jeff Teague. He's scoring despite taking some pretty big-time contact.
3 on 3. Here's Bell. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
Wiggins is checked in for the Timberwolves. Culver comes in for Josh Okogie. And Doncic, here we go.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Teague against Barea. Teardrop shot. Teague can't hit.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you love that Courtney Lee, a tremendous shooter, is willing to give it up when he sees a guy open. That's good stuff.
Culver passes to Teague. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Doncic, here we go. Bell with the block.
Well, the high motor, versatile defender, Jordan Bell, twice on the pipes.
Culver, that one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end? What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. Shabazz Napier's checked in for Teague. Mavericks on D. 4-point game. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Now, here's Culver. Covered by Lee. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown, Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Timberwolves have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Napier.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Pass to Bell. Doncic against Wiggins. Back to Bell. He dishes it to Crowder. Porzingis with the steal. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Kev, what a great pass. Lee, more of a finisher than distributor, but that time really unselfish.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Wiggins inside the line. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And Porzingis, here we go. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
Well, that's a strong finish right there. KP not afraid to attack the paint, scored through contact. Woo-hoo.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. His production has been...
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very... Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 20 points and 2 assists. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas? And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Jay Crowder out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Vonleh in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Wiggins. It's deflected.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And that one is good. And it's 13 points for Porzingis. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Pass to Culver. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Passes it to Wiggins. They need this. And it's good on the layup. Wiggins has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
And the Mavericks call time here. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And Jay Crowder ends every post with the hashtag, "It all started in the driveway." Doris, he knows just how far he's come.
No doubt. Jay Crowder said back then he was always the youngest guy on the court with no fouls called. That is how you develop into a competitor.
Here's Curry. Teague with the ball. 8 points for him. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's the floater. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Jeff Teague is so used to, at this point in his career, taking a pounding on the drive. This is one tough guard.
And Doris, for Jeff Teague, he's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 17. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Well, you simply cannot allow Jeff Teague any separation because the release is too good and too fast.
Basket good. Wright's got 4 this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Teague against Wright for 3, a Kogi. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And Teague, here we go. Powell pulls it in.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Curry gets the bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Shabazz Napier's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Curry, and Barea subbed in for DeLon Wright.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Barea. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Culver's checked in. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Yes, that goes in. Culver's got 9.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Barea. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
I'll tell you, J.J. Barea has the ball on a string. Listen, we know he's got a diminutive size, but his movements on the dribble, that's a big man's game.
Vonleh dishes to Culver. Lets it go from 14. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A nice shot by Barea.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And here's Culver. From deep three-point range, and so it's Dallas with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Hardaway. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. Napier feeling it out a bit. In the corner, Crowder with it. Buries the long-range jumper. Crowder's got 5 points now this quarter.
We know this. Jay Crowder is an effective shooter, someone who can shoot the three well. You've got to get into his space.
And they'll keep possession. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Porzingis is doubled. Over Bell. Porzingis can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 18. Ball's knocked loose. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Brunson. Bell with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Vonleh's checked in for Bell. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
The first free throw is good.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Both free throws good from Doncic. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Napier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Another miss by Minnesota.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
Teague is checked in for Napier. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
And the Mavericks call time here. Teams, if they can keep the rights to their best player, we see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jeff Teague.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both good from the line that time. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
Don't let Jeff shoot those threes.
And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And to me, Kevin, this game has been all about Jeff Teague. He is dominating on the offensive end. He's getting whatever shot he wants right now.
Good on the bucket. Porzingis has got 11 in the second half.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to the storied season one more time.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Teague against Wright. Reed the pass to Teague. Kicks it to Graham. The pass to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bates-Diop. Shoots a 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. It's been all Mavericks. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Marjanovic, no good. Now Teague. Lets a floater go, and the layup is good.
Now, Kevin, how about the touch on that floater? That shot, as Teague has in his arsenal, is such an important piece to have.
Count that bucket.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanking you.
Back up, one play, get my stacks up. I'm gonna make moves, you get passed up, catch up. No, we can't match up. They wanna act up, pack up. I don't like giving no dap up. I don't like talking if it ain't cash up, wrap up. No, I don't wanna catch up. If he act funny, gotta move. Watch that groove.